And let's revisit some of the avenues that have been causing us unhappiness for some time. The biggest one, it's that huge flat screen in your living room. There are all kinds of studies that show the more television you watch, the unhappier you are. Now, we've all likely heard this at one time or another, and we brush it aside because we don't want to face anything that changes the way we live our lives. But it may not be due to the reasons you think. I've been harping on this theory of not watching other people's lives since the start of the Hopefulist. I believe you need to get out there and live your own great story. That is how you create your own happiness. Sitting and watching other people's lives, real or dramatized, is not going to make you happier. It is a source of entertainment. It can be used to relax. It can be used as a source of enjoyment. But once you get past a certain amount of hours per day, it becomes a detriment to your life. Now, I've always thought it was merely because you are watching other people's lives instead of your own, but it turns out there's more to it. I'm learning in my Yale course that social comparison is one of, if not the main source of unhappiness. We just don't want other people to have what we don't. And we don't even realize it to the extent that it happens. They show all kinds of studies, like if you had a choice to make $50,000 a year at your job while everyone else made $25,000, or you can make $100,000 a year. That's double. While your coworkers would make $150,000, the majority of people chose to make less money as long as they made more than their peers. Why is this? I'm guessing because you don't want to see other people living better lives than you. You don't want to see them pulling up in their brand new Mercedes or BMW when you're stuck with your Hyundai. You don't want to see their big, huge house. You don't want to go to their place for a barbecue and look at their house and be envious. This is why. Social comparison. Here's where it gets really interesting. When it comes to comparison, we need to consider all the variables. Meaning, in their example, the professor says she should be comparing her salary to other professors at Yale. And that would be a reasonable comparison. But it turns out our mind doesn't work that way. Our brain just sees everything around us and compares it. So the more Kardashians, Real Housewives, and Millionaire Fiancé you watch, the more you are comparing your life to theirs, reasonable or not. I can't speak for you, but my lifestyle is nowhere near those people I just mentioned. So watching them live their lives is just making us feel bad about our own. Now, the social media aspect makes all of this so much worse. Even if you don't follow celebrities in this forum, you are still likely feeling like people have better lives than you do. Why? Because people only showcase the highlight reel. Nobody is posting a picture of themselves sitting on the couch, binge watching Ozark, and stuffing their face with food. Not only are celebrities making you feel bad about your life and all you don't have, but even Karen down the street looks like she's living better than you, and you know you are better than Karen. Keep in mind that Karen probably took 52 pictures before she settled on the one she shared with the world. I do really feel bad for people named Karen now. This has got this terrible connotation to their name. Now, there are actual studies that show the more you use Facebook, the lower your self-esteem. Because we are constantly comparing ourselves to what we see, whether we realize it or not. This is why people have been harping on the media, mostly magazines, for the choices and images of women they put on their covers. If all you see is women who are a size 0 or 2, and you compare that to your size 8 or 10 body, yes, you're going to feel like you don't measure up. This is why there's been a push to change this dynamic, because it's a main source of why girls as young as 6 don't feel like they look good enough. Like I'm saying when I was doing my online shopping. I know I'm not going to look as good in that dress as that girl online did, but yet I still buy it. I still think maybe it's just the way it's cut. Yeah, well, I'll let you know. So what do? Limit our social media consumption. The same with television. I'm not saying to cut it out. As much as we enjoy certain shows, though, be aware they are making us feel bad about ourselves. Same with the social media feeds. Remember when the show Desperate Housewives was popular and thinking at that time, these women are in their 40s? This is how they look? When do we get to let go a little bit? But again, it's a television show. It's not real. But our brain doesn't recognize the difference. Get out of in front of the TV a little bit. Read a book. Opens up whole new worlds to you. Get some exercise. Start a project. At least try to pay a little less attention to those who are likely to make us feel less than by comparison. Snooze Kim Kardashian for 30 days. Snooze Beyonce for 30 days. See if your life has drastically changed without your daily check-in with her. I have a feeling you will be A-OK if you don't know what Kim Kardashian is doing for 30 whole days. You can still go check out her feed whenever you like, but it won't be constantly in your face, in your feed, all day, every day. Just give it a try. You may just realize you don't need any Kardashians in your life. That is my wish for everybody. I will end with my favorite phrase. Stop watching other people's lives. Go live your own great life. And for goodness sake, stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the death of joy. We don't even realize we're doing it. So take yourself out of the situations where that happens. Limit it. I think you'll feel a lot better. So it is hump day. We've got 3 days of the 30-day challenge under our belt tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be focusing on your purpose, on a purpose, on any purpose. Give yourself a reason to get out of bed every single morning. That's coming up tomorrow. Please tell your friends about hashtag Hopefulist Challenge, 30 days to feeling better. That's all it takes. Now, go make today your best day yet.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
27 days to feeling better. Hashtag Hopefulist Challenge.